Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion play Slay the Spire. So many things to talk about. One, apparently there's seeded runs in this now, and if you make your seed draft, you can just do draft runs over and over. There's endless mode. I'm doing a daily because we got like 3 hours left until it rolls over. Hey now, Mr. Hoshizora and friends. That's not cool, okay? We're doing your MySQL injections. Select cheating scores from all. I don't think so. Silent. Shiny. Well, I think that's pretty bad, but the scores are good, so I'm probably just wrong. Big Game Hunter is like, I think it's a bonus, except for the fact that we can't choose to, avoid elites because of narrow path, but I'm assuming that it just gets great at some point because of the way that it looks right now. So we're definitely going to after image. Then the question becomes, alright, what do you do here? Because we got so many powers. Unload will kill an enemy. I think we do it like this. We're going to have one... No, we're gonna have 0 damage. Okay, perfect. Life is but a dream. So that was actually like a really good starting hand. It doesn't really matter what we take or get rid of because Glass Knife just gets the kill. Alright, okay, I think the deck, I might have underrated it a little bit to start with. Crippling Cloud, because it exhausts, I think it's fine to take. I will upgrade a card. What do I like? Honestly, I think we have 1 block in this entire deck. So I will definitely choose to upgrade After Image. That way I can get at least, you know, 3 block or 2 block on the first turn. I'm also going to remove Grand Finale, which I think is an acceptable... I think that might be like the platonic ideal start. So on this one, we'll play After Image. To be honest, well, let's run the numbers. We could do 16 damage. Well, we could do 29 damage, or we could discard and do 20 damage. So let's do 29 damage instead, because that number is higher than the other number. There might have been a better option if we were able to block, but we obviously weren't. So, we probably should have used this potion first, but I'm just trying to think. Burst, Alchemize. We shouldn't take damage. We'll play Burst. We'll play Alchemize. Yeah, we won't take damage. We could have played 1,000 cuts first. That would have been fine as well. But mostly I'm just trying to keep my HP as high as possible, of course. Gotta think about it. Unload almost kills you, but doesn't quite get there. But with 1,000 cuts, you know, we're kind of close. We have no block. So I'm gonna draw. Substantially better, I think, at the cost of a potion. We need block. I will take acrobatics. I'm not 100% sold on it, but as soon as blocks show up, we need them. So we are going to play adrenaline, and then we'll after image bullet time. Okay, then 1,000 cuts, then envenom, phantasmal killer. We're not doing a whole lot of damage on this turn, but I think that that's completely okay. All we gotta do is kill this guy before Wraith form wears off. The other one will die accidentally. So I was just gonna say, this is a pretty good... well, die is the best. And then we don't need anything else, but Storm of Steel is actually really good for blocks there, as well as 1,000 cuts. Some of these are good. I mean, they're all good, really, but I do start to worry about not having blocks in the deck. Like, we're starting to approach the point where I get a little nervous about that. Generally speaking, I like to upgrade things that are expensive and make them cheap. If you got a problem with that, well, there's the freaking door, buddy. So usually you're going to start with After Image. Then you can make a choice. Die is extremely great. But Storm of Steel would mean we take no damage, and we would do 20 damage as well. But, I don't know. Can we get to 8 block? Certainly no. Are we sold on the idea of taking 0 damage? To be honest, I think I am. Let's try. Most of the time we would have used die. So this time I'm going to try to be a little bit more defensive and see if maybe that benefits me on the score sheet, or even if it just makes me a better player in general. Then again, we are not likely to get to 16 block. We're not likely to get to 8 block. So what I think you do is Gambler's Brew your whole hand. You Acrobatics. This is just good luck. You get Tactician. You got 2 energy left. We gotta find a way to get 6 block. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna take 3 damage. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about. Oh no, because of plated armor, we're still in the money here. Okay, okay. Now things are gonna get dicey because we got more dazes coming out, but that's okay. I think you will burst Adrenaline real quick. I got nothing wrong with this. You Bullet Time, Envenom, Tools of the Trade. Send out a Glass Knife on this guy. I don't really want a Corpse Explosion to do 4 damage to all enemies. I think we'll wait for the Corpse Explosion to come back around, maybe. Alright, we gotta put up 4 block. Or we could kill him. That's the other alternative. It's so embarrassing to have to use all 3 potions to take no damage here, but sure, there you go. I've used all 3 potions. This poor sentry is weak yet again. This is, again, the perfect example, the textbook example of why we need more block in this deck. It's way too late to play 1001 cuts, I think. You're easy to dice and dust and whatever the heck I'm even trying to say on top of this. What's left here? No Tactician. I don't want to draw anything. I'm going to Alchemize, Acrobatics, and honestly we'll dump Nightmare. And then we'll Storm of Steel. And the whole point behind this is like, hit ya. Since we used Phantasmal on the last turn, this worked out. We're going real slow. But we also have not yet taken literally any damage. That's pretty solid. This might change that. What do we want in our hand next turn? 1,000 after images? I have no idea. Let's do it like this. Like this. Like Corpse Explosion is not gonna do it, so I don't know, Nightmare. Phantasmal Killer is gonna be expensive though. I mean, doesn't do anything, but at least it gave us some block. Who would have thought that these guys would be more challenging, you know? Now we've got 1,000 Phantasmal Killers in our hand, and they're all horrible. These guys are probably dead to Storm of Steel by itself. These guys are obviously dead to Storm of Steel by itself. Dude, I'm dying here. I need a block. Please, God. Well, against this guy, I'm not too concerned about it. It might be positive to be in our current situation. Place a card on top of your drop pile. It costs 0 until it's played. Dude, extremely strong. Okay, what do we want on top of that? Well, you can either alchemize Tools of the Trade, or you can make, you know, 1,000 cuts is not worth a whole lot on this guy. I think you doppel for 2 and just accept your first turn kinda stinks. Then you play Wraith Form. Acrobatics. Dump Tactician. You burst into Adrenaline. He's getting a little strong, I'll admit, okay? You Bullet Time. And now you go to town. Get Envenom out there. Is there anything we don't want to play so we can enable Storm of Steel? I don't think so. I think you do play Fantastic. He's got 12 strength up. So we better ice this dude. Because if he does not get iced within the next 2 turns, things are going to start to hurt a great deal. But he's actually, like, pretty much already dead. I actually just like this. Because of Phantasmal Killer, this totally works. That was a great fight. Molten Egg, fantastic. What do we add next? I will add another die. My god. Make Adrenaline better, but... I was just gonna say, that maybe there's a shop that can give us a leg sweep or something. Acrobatics has been so clutch, and I feel bad because I normally kind of dislike it. Well, let's start here. We'll put several dies in our hand next turn. I think you After Image. I think you Sucker Punch. Yeah, but I mean, I'll hit you with one. We're gonna. There's nothing we can do about it, really. We need relics that support this if we're not gonna get the cards. Is really what it comes down to. Like, it's not a terrible situation. We've lost 16 HP and have never rested. Here we go. Both of these are great. I think I'll go backflip for the draw. There's a lot that we can draw into that's pretty strong. So this, I love this first turn. I think it's definitely worth doing. We'll bullet time, After Image, die, Glass Knife, Phantasmal. Doppel doesn't do anything, but sure. And you know what? Let's try to get some regen. This is an extremely bad Phantasmal killer turn. You just play Wraith form, and then you live your life. We got 3 turns to do some real damage. What do you do here? Oh, it's so good. Acrobatics, you're looking for Burst, and that's fine, we didn't get it. Then you Adrenaline. We wanted to burst Adrenaline, life goes on, right? What do you do now? Envenom is a really good choice for us, even though it doesn't do damage immediately. Backflip, we're trying to draw into Storm of Steel, which we just got. So we're just going to play that immediately. And now, because of Envenom, this became our best attack, I think. If we can get an Ornamental Fan, that might solve all of our block-related problems. So this would be a good turn to do more damage, but it's not going to happen. So we'll Sucker Punch, Burst, Phantasmal. Pass turn. We got to kill him next turn because Intangible's worn off. Things are going to start to hurt pretty bad. You know what I'm doing in my head right now. I'm like, can we... I don't think we play Bullet Time first. Now, we got lucky we could even do it, but we'll play Bullet Time, Tools, Burst, Crippling Cloud. We should have played 1001 cuts, or 1000 cuts, but he's dead anyway. He probably would have been dead regardless. Dude, a second After Image being innate, now you're speaking my language. I mean, we do apply debuffs a lot, but some of these relics are top tier. Like, I think Shovel's fantastic. Discarding to gain block is also really, really good with this archetype we've got. I think Shovel's got a little bit more scaling. But then I am gonna, and you're gonna think I'm crazy for this one, but we're gonna go with a double innate After Image, just to hopefully keep ourselves safe here. This is such an incredibly unlikely good start. So we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna Acrobatics, Dump, Tactician, can't afford Bullet Time, life goes on. What do you do on this turn? I think you just Doppel. Tools of the Trade also works, but 32 damage, huh? It's kind of a lot. I gotta hit you for 39. Or, alternatively, we could Wraith form. That's gonna make the rest of the fight pretty tough. I mean, die, that's 30, that's 12. I think I got you. It wasn't perfect. This one starts to get really tough as well, because, like, we have no block. I don't know if I've expressed that enough. We have, like, almost literally no block. I think we need to play Envenom. And I actually think we need to play 1000 cuts on top of that. What do you play after that? It's really up to you. I mean, Glass Knife is a good one to get out there, but I don't think we have to play it. I think we could justify getting this out there. Okay, it's not really what I was looking for. I mean, I will hit you with Glass Knife now. We should be able to burst into acrobatics and then dump tactician, and that paid for the one of the cards being used at least. And we'll dump it again, which is just unbelievably, insanely amazing luck. I think we'll nightmare some wraith forms. The whole idea behind nightmaring the wraith form is that, you know, we get more of these in our deck, we might be able to ride the lightning, you know what I mean? I don't really want to play Corpse Explosion if possible. If I hit you with this, you're doing 12 now, so we're pretty much set on that. I don't know, this seems to be working. It's very different from our usual deck, I think. 20 damage. Well, we don't need 20 Wraith forms. Obviously, I mean, we have Phantasmal Killer. So one of the things I'm thinking is we could just get him to split. And I think we literally can. So forget the Wraith forms for now. We'll just do it like this. And I like this as well, because it's also stacking poison on him in a big way, which means that we can take turns off without having to sweat it. Now we can start to think about a Wraith form. I mean, we're not going to play a Storm of Steel. We can probably get away with waiting one more. We can definitely get away with waiting one more turn. I just wanted to put damage on him. Now, we already have 4 block. I think this is where you Wraith form. I suppose Bullet Time was definitely the better option there. So be it. Alright, dude, I think we got a chance at the perfect here. Obviously, this is way too slow, but, so since we popped Wraith form, I don't think we need this. We want to hit him hard. That is not very hard. We might need to play that, unfortunately. It applied 2 poison, okay? That's my... You want to know what my reasoning was? It applied 2 freaking poison. You got a Bullet Time here. Do we draw? Oh, well, you don't have to Bullet Time here. You're probably better off with a Storm of Steel. Even with the unload. I think you backflip first to get draw. Then you... Well, you know, it's the thing is you could always, like... But then you discard so much. I think you do this. He's dead. He's actually dead. And we'll perfect, as long as we don't accidentally hit him when he's got thorns up. Alright, dude, I feel really good about the first floor, except for the fact that it took 100 years. I'm going to take yet another after image, because I am an idiot. That's real tough. You know what? We got enough opportunity to get relics from shops. Not shops, from rest sites. I think I'm okay with taking the ectoplasm like I already did. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you start with a Bullet Time. Then you might play an after image, and a third after image. You're doing 10 damage. That is completely okay. We don't need Wraith form yet. Now we have 15 damage on the field. You always dump Tactician is an easy choice. We have 8 energy, so don't freak out yet. Glass Knife is always going to be a good choice. I think you can dump Nightmare. It's just a little too expensive. Die is beautiful here. I think you burst Alchemize for the future, then you Storm of Steel. And here's where the real party starts. So you're going to get knocked out. I would like... You know what? Let's do it like this. They're all alive. But, dude, you know what we need is Calipers? Calipers is perfect right now. Gotta love that. I will take a dagger spray plus. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna... Because I kind of like everything in the... But, you know, okay, Corpse Explosion, go ahead. What'd you give me? Max HP plus 10. That's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. We're not really building a poison-focused deck. I do think you After Image. Well, let me think. Let's start with the skill potion. Alchemize. I'm gonna After Image. Alchemize. Backflip. We're at 10 block. Can't help but notice 20 damage. What's wrong with this picture? Well, that's what the potions are for. We can take 4 damage. That's not really a big concern. You're doing 20 damage again. See, now that's where I start to get a little bit annoyed. You're causing me some substantial problems. I really like any card that we can play for free, I think, is lovely. So here, I really like Bullet Time. Okay, that's a pretty solid Alchemize. I think you play everything and you discard Storm of Steel, is what it comes down to. Obviously, order. We're not taking any damage, so I'm not going to even use the fire potion. I really thought we would have them, actually, but that's fine. Well, you acrobats... In fact, you probably should have doubled it, but you dump Tactician, die gets a kill, Glass Knife comes through, you're already dead. Nothing is wrong with this picture. I do think we prefer an explosive potion, because it's only enemies that... Well, multiple enemies cause damage to us right now, is really what it comes down to. 99 gold or... Ritual Dagger. Our deck is thin enough that I think Ritual Dagger is pretty good. Plus, I can't obtain gold anyway. Makes it kind of an easy choice. Well, we just hit you pretty hard on turn 1, it looks like. I'm still going to play both After Images. It's just the kind of guy I am, okay? Well, a 0 energy backflip is nice, and then sure, Wraith Form seems like an acceptable choice. This is incredibly bad order, but there we are. Adrenaline. Oh, free After Image. Now, we want to make this count. Storm of Steel could still be the best option. Here's what I'm thinking. You Bullet Time. Throw the fire potion so you can play Alchemize. Then we'll just hold that for now. Dagger Spray is going to be fine. And then you definitely just play that. Okay. So he's super screwed. We're totally set here. Unless we draw horrible stuff. Dump Tactician. Try to get the kill with the Ritual Dagger. Easy money. I think this card can be pretty great. We got it early enough that I think it's worth something. So this is a bad start, but this is what the explosive potion is here for. What an interesting situation. Wouldn't you say? The thing is, I had to try. Because I love the idea. We're definitely going to use both. I'd probably pop the strength potion too. Because then this will deal 24 damage to you. I don't even think we play our After Images. It kind of kills me, but... I definitely don't think you start by playing the After Images. Then we were looking for Adrenaline and we didn't get it. So we're going to take 6 damage on turn 1. We did use 3 potions to make that happen. That's unfortunate. Everything else is totally fine here. Go ahead, hit me for 1. See if I care. We could dump that card for no reason. Yeah, you're dead. That was a very easy fight. Toolbox is fantastic. I will take another Glass Knife. The more the merrier. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck or heal. I will choose. Terror is great. Blur is very, very great as well. But attacks are pre-upgraded for us. Nah, I think I mean, Terror is really good. I think you go Blur. We have a little bit more. We have a deck that can function on a kind of War of Attrition level. I hate you. I think we can get away with an accuracy because we do like playing Storm of Steel with After Image. Omamori's fine. We want to keep our HP high so that we can, sure. So that we can choose. Even Blur is not too bad here, but I think I'd rather just hit you. We want to keep our HP high so we can choose to farm for loot at our rest site. I'm willing to give it a shot. 6. So we'd like this. It didn't even come close to getting what we want, but that's okay. We're taking no damage. The double After Image is helping a lot, but it does really slow down our turn 1. That's a non-negotiable one there. Wow, we screwed this one up real bad. We're not going to take any damage on the first turn here, but we probably could have done a little bit better. This one's more of a problem. This is where you want Wraith form, really. I'm just like, nah. If I had used the vulnerability potion, I could have gotten you a little lower, but not low enough to make a huge difference. We don't need it. We shouldn't need it. Now I'm looking, I'm like, we're drawing a lot of dazes. We may actually need it. But you are dead next turn. I want, like, we already used Alchemize, didn't we? Just give me something. Now, Leg Sweep. Not even close. I looked at all those cards, and I was like, I like them all. But as soon as I saw that Leg Sweep was there, it was easy. This is kind of a tougher call now. I think you want to play Die. 17. Yeah, especially now, as it enables Ritual Dagger. Ritual Dagger is already doing 21 damage for 4. Sorry, 21 damage for 1. I don't know why I said for 4. Maybe that's its defaults. Alright. Yes. 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 I don't think you play. This could be a little bit more of a War of Attrition. One of my favorite phrases, obviously. You know, I know there's something you like about this one, but I don't fully buy it. Although with 3... Okay. Yes. It's another card, is what gave me pause there. I'd rather apply poison to you because you're dead anyway. We're going to take 3 damage. Against an elite, 3 damage is not much. This is, I think, a fairly simple choice. Dagger Spray? Yeah, Dagger Spray for sure. I really do not want to rest, but I think we're probably going to have to rest, as much as it pains me to think about. Hit you with one of those. Now let's think about it, because like Glass Knife is pretty good. How much damage do I have to do? 27? We should be okay. Let's start putting up some block and hoping for some attacks. This is a great acrobatics play. We're totally fine. That was perfect draw. Sundial. Not really what I'm looking for. I love Die because our deck stays thin-ish. Snecko Skull. All right, that's the kind of relic you could start to plan around. So I do think we start After Image, and then we take Panache for free, and we go, thank you for the free Panache. We are still going to be hit. Well, actually, I think we won't be hit. Actually, we're still definitely going to be hit, but only for 3, which is not that bad. I do think you get it out there just to make your life easier in the future. We'd certainly, Envenom is like an enormous get for us now. We're going to have enough block. Oh, we should have played 1,000 cuts probably, but yeah. Alright, now we got all of our enablers out there. This guy's in trouble, especially from like a poison-related context. I am disappointed. We're going to take another 6 damage. It's enough to make us absolutely have to rest. I just hope that's all we take. It is going to be all we take. I still think this deck works. I still think we got... Ooh, Tingsha's okay. We got a few too many dies, but I like... I was going to say I love them, but then I was like, that's a strong word, you know? So we'll do After Image, Panache. We could always Gambler's Brew if we want to. Like, Weakening is real good, but... Okay, hear me out. I mean, Sucker Punch is a free weaken. Takes you down to 15 damage. I actually think we'd like to Gambler's Brew everything and just try to get a little bit more block to make our life easier. Obviously, we can't afford Wraith Form. So we will just end up playing a die. We knew we were going to have to rest. I just hoped it would be a little less than this. Well... I've gone cross-eyed again. Something like this. You are about to get a lot of block, but you're still dead. Too weak. Too weak is enough to make me rethink. Alright, we're back to 73 HP. Absolutely, I'll take a Malaise. And yeah, it's something that's very appropriate for what we're trying to run here. I hate no real combos on turn 1, but here's the thing. You got to. Now we could hit him, but we don't need to. I kind of like Magnetism. It's just, you know, we're going up a big hill. Now we get Panache for free. I mean, if we get close to 1 free card almost every time, that would be amazing. I hate to do this to Ritual Dagger. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do it to Ritual Dagger. It is 21 damage we're leaving out there, but I'd like to leave the chance open if possible. It's probably a little bit optimistic of me, but no burst? No burst. I think you start Backflip, honestly, because we're looking for a burst. Then you go Adrenaline. Now you go Bullet Time. Okay. 1,000 cuts, you got to get out there early. Obviously, our Shivs would be great, but we don't need them. We don't need them. I kind of like the concept of putting more Malaises in the deck, but... let's go for more leg sweeps just for safety's concern. And we're going to play everything. Well, we're going to play almost everything, really, because, you know, we do want to get a Malaise out here. Storm of Steel won't do anything, but might as well. So I think that's a pretty good turn. We do get Tactician on this turn, which is great. So Enlightenment allows us to make cheaper leg sweeps, but there's no real reason to play him. We do want an Envenom. We can get away with an Alchemize. Glass Knife's obviously fine. Crippling Cloud is obviously fine. Die is good. And we'll move along here. What do we want to discard? Probably Doppel, as it stands right now. You gotta love that. I actually think that, like, a Burst Acrobatics is really nice. Can't afford it. So there's no reason not to play Enlightenment, because we at least get block off of it. And then I think on top of this, you really just throw out... I mean, I'd do one thing, like weaken him, and then put out a Storm of Steel. And we got him, like, exactly where we want him right now. We're probably not going to be able to kill him next turn. But we do have Phantasmal Killer. Usually you're going to want to draw first. Yeah, okay. I think you still do it this way. So he's going to purge his debuffs. That's completely fine. We're still going to, you know, hit him as many times as possible. Because he does get the, you know, the 1,000 cuts damage. Well, this deck started to pull it together, huh? 57 damage. That's where you want a Wraith form to show up? What would you dump here? I mean, I would dump Phantasmal. But we're really looking for a combo, is the problem. We're not going to get that combo. You're going to do 52 damage. Yeah, unless we kill him. Unless we kill him, we're going to lose the perfect. We don't want to play this yet. That's fine. Losing the perfect sucks, but we're still in the battle here, you know? I feel like we've done a good job. So we're definitely, like, I want to draw the dagger, is what I want to draw right now. Because we got him right where we want him. In fact, I actually just want to draw as much as possible. I think we kill him. I hate to say it, but I don't think we can get to the Ritual Dagger. It's not that big of a deal. It's we have to get 7 cards just to shuffle again, so it would take a while. Another Adrenaline, absolutely. You can no longer rest. You know what? Let's go for it. I'm willing to give it a shot. Let me go tell my wife I'm going to be late for the stream. Wish me luck. Alright, floor 3. The time has come. Well, I'll tell you right off the bat, I love the start here. Yes? We have 5 energy now, like we have so much we can do with it. This is a really cool deck. There's some pseudo combos. There's some risk-taking involved, like acrobats trying to hit tactician. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, get every man in your wishing. I think you play Blur, get ready for the next one. I think we've got a very well-rounded deck. It's been good against bosses. Not quite perfect, but good. We got things that we can do at rest sites. Dude, I think Expertise is a very interesting choice. Deflect also is basically like 9 block for free. Oh, Shuriken, that is such a clutch relic for us. I don't even know what to say. So we do want this, we want this. You're doing 10 damage. Important to think about. We shouldn't have to play Wraith form. We might consider it. Because I think, you know what we start with is something that'll weaken you. Like so. Now you're doing 7. So we need to play 1 more card. I think I would rather throw this out here then. Weaken you for 5 turns. Well, because of the Sucker Punch. That makes sense. So we have a burn in our hand. I think you bullet time first. Well, yeah, I know you bullet time first. You do an after image, hit him with the glass knife, hit him with the die, the malaise. He's in trouble. Probably this turn. Wow, oh, it'd be so nice. Ritual Dagger is 25, so we need like 17 damage from other sources. It looks bad, but I'm like kind of convinced we can get there. And the more we go down, the more I'm like, no, we absolutely cannot. So you know what? We'll hope for a reshuffle. There's no point in playing it. We're not going to take damage against this guy. We just want to find a way to get that card back. But we're going to kill him, you know, with die instead. Life goes on. I think we always want backflip right now. This guy can be a problem. So we like after, swift, backflip. Oh, now we're talking. We really want one of those early or things become a bit more of a problem. So backflip means we take no damage. Other things that would have meant we take no damage, pretty much anything in our hand. Storm of Steel, that's like 20 damage on the... 21 damage on the Tinctures. And then Shuriken Access. 35 block, I love it. I'd still like Calipers if possible, but what do we like here? Backflip's real nice. We don't need another after image, so I think we'll go leg sweep just to preserve ourselves for the future. And you know, okay, I should have played it earlier. We'll get an Envenom out there. You're not doing much. That's what I like to see. I think we'll still, let's just draw. This could be worth it. So we want to hit you with die. We don't want to unload yet. We want to hit you with this. Okay, let's see. 27 damage. Hit you with this. There we go. Regen. I think it is worth holding. I'll continue to take blurs as well. Dude, I think we were in the market for an okay score today. I don't think we're like top tier, because we did fail a perfect, but I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. You're both gonna live, huh? That's cool. That's cool that you're both gonna live. I think that's really, I think that's nice that you're all gonna live. It's a really positive thing for me as well. Like, I'm just living my life, so I'm cool with it. Hopefully we get a dagger spray or a die. We did get a die. Baby, turn around so I can see that sexy body go die. Alright. Now we're getting into some decent stuff. Hey, just pop another one. Why not? Hit ya. Unload. We have to use expertise first, so I think we do it like this. Why do I like it? It discards Tactician, but we can now do that without losing a bunch of stuff. But let's do it anyway, because we still have a die in hand, and the Tincture damage is going to be out of control. You might be dead. And if you're not dead, which is even better, you might be dying to Ritual Dagger on the next turn, which we did not draw. Many different ways to handle this. This is a fun run. I'm having a great time. Happy with where... Oh, absolutely, give me terror. Okay, so we'll dig. Very excited about the fact... Well, that's not going to ever do anything for us, but hey. It is what it is, I guess. 25 damage turn 1. Extremely not great, but... I mean, a leg sweep... It sets us, you know, right as rain. Right off the bat. But we're not really, we haven't gotten too far into it here, you know, they're both quite strong still. We'll Adrenaline first. We'll Adrenaline again. We have no discard that can hit this, which is not good. But we do have 2 blocks. What do I like? Weaken you. 18 damage. Now we got a better idea of what this looks like. I mean, I was getting a little hoity-toity about what's going on here, but I'm pretty sure we just play the cards in our hand. And we take no damage, and, you know, turns out things are okay. 27 damage. Well, now you start to think about it. $12 damage. I cannot get around this, unfortunately. We are going to take 4. Not a big problem at all. This seems like the right time for something like this. Whoa, I forgot we had Fantastic Calipers. Everything's coming up roses. Okay, I actually think, like, we're going to drop our weak potion, because our swift potion, in all likelihood, will give us many opportunities to weaken enemies. Because we have so many cards that do that fairly cheaply. That's an early Mind Blast. What do I like? Well, okay, you should start, because we have free energy. We have energy refunds, so pop this out here. Drop Tactician. We're still on 3 energy. And Time Dilation's gonna mess him up real good. I don't want to use my regen potion. It's way too early, I think. I really, really like a 4 energy malaise. Even if we get hit for 1. We're not going to get hit for 1. This is going to slow him way down. And that's exactly what we're looking for. I hate like a bullet time here, but it is what it is. Could have drawn this, or used the Swift Potion first. Anyway, he's in a terrible state. We do not need Wraith Form just yet. That would be a bad decision. Ritual Dagger is great, but not yet. Crippling Cloud also would have been fine, but he's still weak for 5 turns. I'm not too worried about the poison. Calipers is doing us a great service right now. Let's dump the Doppel. Start drawing. Now we're talking. Let's use our Swift Potion. Then we'll play Alchemize. Then we'll burst Adrenaline. And the time dilation is what we're going for here. We just want to ruin this guy's life, basically. So, there's so many viable options. But I love this idea. Oh, we broke the sound. Alright. So this is... It's probably not as much damage as we could have done if we tackled things in an alternative fashion. But we were getting up there. You know, these shivs were starting to do some real work with time dilation. So it seemed like a lot of fun. Which is... We have a lot of fun here, as you know. 19 damage. That's extremely cute. That's fine. You know what I'm thinking? I think we'll do a little of this. You ever hear of this maneuver right here? Alright, so he's dead next turn. It's time. Yeah, you're telling me, buddy. I just didn't think you'd be so excited about it. Very easy fight. Old coin. Literally useless. Give me the max HP. We don't need 4 after images. It's getting a little overkill. We can afford acrobatics. I think I can justify taking that. Now, the only problem with fighting this guy is that very rarely are we in, like, an ideal spot on turn 1. You know, in order to kill him, I mean. So, I mean, we want to put up 18 block. That, to weaken him for 3 turns is just as valuable here. What do? I think you do this. I think you do this. I think you do this. Why the blur? Why lose 15 block if we don't have to? You know, 1 energy for 15 block is pretty okay in my book. So we got to get to 30. That's very easy. It also, you know, kind of guilt-free. I think we'll hit him with that instead. Guilt-free, it gives us the ability to keep our powers going. Like, to play a power on those turns. This is a tough one, isn't it? Because... you know, I don't think we need Wraith Form. I think we can get to 12 block pretty easily. Nightmaring and Adrenaline might be a better choice, but it's also very annoying. Which is my main reason for not wanting to do it. I really just want to crush this guy, you know, the old-fashioned way. Sadly, seems like my dude will live for 2 more turns. So we are going to need to put up... Well, no, we don't need to put up any block on this turn, so he's pretty much dead. Man, this is like just the wrong turn to get Ritual Dagger. We got that Ritual Dagger. We got that Ritual Dagger. We got that Ritual Dagger. Does 1 damage. So the only way we get through this is if we can somehow hit this guy like 20 times. There's only one way that happens. I probably don't need to tell you what it is. And we're not going to get there, in case you were curious. So we'll play Blur for free block, but... well, what was it? Storm of Steel, basically. But then we'd have to discard it in the first place, so... I mean, let's do that. That seems fair enough. Unceasing Top is a great choice. I will dump... You know what? I'll dump the regen in order to gain 5 max HP. I will add 3 colorless cards. I think Sadistic Nature is the best. We're putting so much poison on enemies. Who are we fighting? It's Dono, right? Yeah. No, don't have to worry too much about debuffs. I think Madness will work there. And then I will take an Innate Mind Blast. We lost 10 HP. Big whoop, right? So, Keep in mind, the Mind Blast is also more or less free block. That's half of what I'm interested in here. If only I could discard this. Well, let's do that. It's the easy way. I actually thought we might take a little damage from the spiker. No such luck. Oh, dude. I think we can get there. You got a backflip to put up a little block to deal with this joker. Then you just dump on him. 34 damage. Look at that. My math checks out, I think. Just give me the max HP. Like, the deck is fine right now. I think we did very, very well today. Hopefully, I mean, the last few relics were not quite so good, but hopefully we don't die here. I'm not even so much worried about the perfect. It's more like the whole death situation. I will play bullet time. So you're doing 14. So we're going to be fine. I didn't really want to hit him. I just wanted to make him weak. You know what? We should Storm of Steel here, because if we don't want to play Wraith Form early, we're better off with that. So the next turn's going to be the real tough one. I feel gun-shy about popping Wraith Form so early, and I think that's extremely justifiable. Phantasmal's a little too weak to run early here, I think. Malaise kind of runs counter to our strat, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to roll Blur, Expertise, and then you're kind of just putting yourself at the mercy of the game. And I think we got lucky. It actually did work out for us. So we're going to roll over 16 block. Now you're doing 32 damage. That's relatively easy for us to get over. So you always start with backflip. Might as well terror you, is what it comes down to, unfortunately. So you're doing 32 damage. So we're actually good already. Let's get a Tools of the Trade out there. We gotta wipe you out, so we might as well do... Oh, Unceasing Top, that's right. It was Acrobatics anyway, but... Alright, so 22 block. That's easy enough. Sadistic Nature has to be played. I'll dump Acro, even though I think it's really good. Let's burst the backflip out there. We are going to need to do some damage at some point. We have to play Envenom because it works so well with Sadistic Nature. I think you throw out a Crippling Cloud now, because the extra 3 damage from the debuff is what you're really shooting for. And then you can, like, Glass Knife, die. Yeah, you know, I like this a lot. We are working them both down kind of at the same time, which I'd prefer not to do. 38 damage is no joke, by the way, but hey, free energy. Psst, it's free energy. There's always the chance, though. I mean, we could Wraith Form, but I do want to see if maybe, you know, if our life worked out perfectly, we could just kill him. That works fine by me. I think that we are going to rank much better than expected today. Much better than I expected, at least. 26 damage. That's a funny joke that you're telling. I don't want to see this trash. Get it out of here. Now you're speaking my language. Get this out of here. Give me a Glass Knife and then a Storm of Steel. It's just that easy. He is dead, and we will perfect this boss. That was great. Especially towards the end, we brought it together. 1090 is a little lower than I thought, but I'm still real pleased with the way things went. 2 perfect bosses. I had a fun time on today's daily. That's not a bad rank by my standards. We're up here with Lou Bega. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.